everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to make a purple risotto with purple cabbage. We're also gonna put a lot of cheese, so it's gonna be very cheesy and creamy. It's gonna be delicious. Let's get started. I start by dicing a purple onion. I slice it horizontally first, and then vertically, and lastly, I chop it up. I fry it up in a couple of tablespoons of olive oil for 3 to 4 minutes. Meanwhile, I cut up the purple cabbage. I cut a quarter of it and I slice it into strips, just like this. I add them with the onion and a little bit of salt. I let them cook for another 6 to 7 minutes. At the same time, I start preparing the broth for the risotto. I boil 1.5 liters of water and I drop in the remaining quarter of the cabbage, a piece of the purple onion, and salt. Now back to the pan, and I simply add a little bit of black pepper. Now we're gonna set this cabbage aside so that we can add it at the end of the cooking time, so it will give a nice extra crunch to the risotto. Now in the same pan, I toast the rice. I used either arborio or carnaroli rice, which are perfect for risotto. I put it in the pan at medium heat for 3 to 4 minutes and until it's nice and hot. Toasting the rice is very important so that the grains of rice won't break apart during the cooking time. Then I pour a bit of white wine and I let the alcohol evaporate for a couple of minutes. If you prefer, you can also substitute the white wine with the same amount of broth. Once the wine has evaporated, I start gradually pouring in 3 ladles of broth at a time. The broth needs to be boiling. I let it evaporate, and then when the rice looks dry again, I go ahead and pour in a couple more ladles of broth. I repeat the same process over and over until most of the broth is done. I love how the cabbage makes the broth kind of a bluish color, but once it's poured into the rice, it becomes purple. It's like magic. Depending on the type of rice you use, the cooking time may vary, but usually it's about 20 minutes. Now that there is no much more broth left, I use a hand immersion blender to mash up all the boiled vegetables, and I add them in with the cabbage pieces that I cooked earlier. Lastly, I drop in the butter, parmesan cheese, and some provolone cheese. I give it a good stir until everything is melted and the risotto is cheesy and creamy. I serve it up on a plate, and if you like, you can add some extra parmesan cheese and a little bit of pepper that goes really well with this type of risotto. And then dive in. I love the crunchiness of the cabbage that we added at the end and also the creaminess of the whole risotto. Perfect. So I really hope you will try it out, and if you like this recipe, leave it a thumbs up, and also if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to my channel for new weekly recipes. Bye guys!